Roger Bryce here with Coach Mark Barrett of the Hilton Bulldogs. Man, another win last night. You keep cranking them out.
Well, hey, I mean, that's what it's all about, and that's what you want. And yes, the boys bounced back from the off week, and I was kind of worried about that a little bit. But hey, it was like, hey, we clocked in and just took up where we left off. So I was really proud of them last night.
Put up 52 points against Rush Springs, 52-26. Rush Springs is no pushover. You know, they're vying for a playoff berth as well, and they could possibly make it in there too. And so really impressive. And you started out the game right off the bat. I guess the first play of the game, is that right? Yeah,
we kind of came out and just set the tone for what was going to happen, through the night. And first play, Denton Miller, quarterback, he makes a great read and cuts it up and goes 75 to the house right off the bat. So, anytime you can score in the first 5 seconds of a ball game, you hope it's going to be a good night for you.
And it ended up being a very good night. Walk us through it, because all I saw was the final score. Was it a pretty much over by halftime, or how did this go down?
Well, we were up 30-0 at halftime. We had a couple of good long drives, and that's what we're just churning it out 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 yards at a time, and just kind of took care of business, and that was our goal. I said, hey, Rush Springs is one of those dangerous teams that they always play us tough, so it's kind of like a fight. If you can get out there and if you can get your punches in early, maybe you can take them out of their game plan a little bit. And that's what we did. We came out and we just kind of, scored a couple times, and it made them rethink what they needed to do. So, like I say, we were up 30-0 at halftime, and we came out a little lackadaisical. If that's how you say that word. That's a pretty big word there, lackadaisical. But they came out and took the second half kickoff and had a great drive and scored on us, and it kind of got the momentum back in their favor a little bit. So, but the good thing is our guys are like, hey, it's no big deal. We'll just go get it back. So, it's good to be in that situation where your kids are confident enough in your offense that they go, hey, we'll just go get another one. So that was really good.
It's really nice, isn't it, the confidence of your team that they know that, hey, it's no big deal. We're going to win. They got that confidence now that, hey, whenever they go out, they're going to win a ball game.
Yeah, and that's what I've been trying to instill in this program is, I don't want you to be arrogant and cocky, but I want you to be confident in what we're doing. And I want them to expect to win a ball game when we step on the field. And, I think that's where we're finally getting right now.
And I know that, you don't want to, count out, like, seasons ahead, next season or anything like this, but you have this feeling that this is the year. This is a year for Hilton. If you want to do it, this is going to be it.
Yeah, this is going to be a bit, a good year for us, and I'm a firm believer in, what it says in the Bible, pride comes before the fall. So, I'm really preaching to them about, not being, again, arrogant and cocky, but be very humble, accept what we're doing, and move on. And we're just looking at these games as, 1 week at a time. And as long as we can go 1-0 each week, we'll take care of business. But again, be humble, be confident, but be humble about where we're at right now.
And of course, this week, there's no big game on the schedule this week, is there?
OU Texas plays, I think, is what it is.
This is the one that I look forward to every year, even though I never get to see it. Ringling and Hilton.
Yeah, I know. For 6 years now, you've been pushing, or at least 3, for us to play it on a Thursday or a Saturday. But hopefully one of these days we can get that done so everybody can come. But no, seriously, it's it is going to be a good ball game. It's going to be a big ball game. Coach Justice and his staff does a great job over there, and they're going to have them prepared, and we're going to have our kids prepared, and we're just going to go out and we're going to do what we do. We're going to stay, like I said, we're going to stay with our game plan of what we do, and we're just let the chips fall where they may.
This pretty much would implicate a district title. Whoever wins this, I know you still have Apache left, right?
Apache, yes, yeah, we'll have them in a couple of weeks. But this has title implications in the game, and you would think that the winner of this game would have a leg up. And of course, if Ringling, since they've already beaten Apache, if they come out with the win, they'll be district champs, and we'll have a leg up. But I'm not going there right now. We're just going to we're just going to go play the ball and see like I said, where the chips land.
Yeah, well, good luck next week. This is it's an exciting time to be a Hilton Bulldog fan, sitting there undefeated, and I know you got the town buzzing right now.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the crowd and the turnout, and it's a big deal right now, and that's really good. The kids love that, and the community loves it, and we're proud of this community and the kids and everything, and we're looking forward to the game next week. And before I get off here, I've got a line that says, "Coach, you never mentioned my name." So hey, and I really do. I want to give my offensive line a shout out. From
that one guy to the other guy.
One guy to the other guy. Yes, yeah. I'll get him that way. For that one guy to the other guy. No, but Colton Cox and Keaton Purdue and Ethan Lindsay and Matt Chode and Case Tolliver and Cody Scott. They do a great job on the offensive line. It opens up the holes and stuff. And speaking of Cody Scott, he caught 3 touchdown passes last night. So Denton, we worked on the passing game a little bit, and so Denton Miller found him in the end zone and 2 or 3 times. It's just kind of his go-to guy, and kind of opened it up a little last night. And Cody had a great game. He had 3 receptions for 100 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So it was really, really a good night for us.
That's great. Congratulations on the win and staying undefeated, Coach Barrett.
Yeah, well, we're glad to be where we're at, and looking forward to next week.
All right, thank you very much, Coach. Coach Mark Barrett of Hilton, victorious with a 52-26 win over Rush Springs last night, and a big district matchup there. When we come back, Lone Grove, they won last night, got their first victory of the season. We'll talk it over with Coach Trey Owens in just a moment here on the Saturday Morning Coaches Show on 97.7 The Big Station. I want to congratulate Coach Mark Barrett again from Hilton, brought to you by Alexander Funeral Home and Advanced Family Dentistry, as they remain undefeated. And a guy who got his first win of the season is with us now. And Coach Trey Owens of Lone Grove, brought to you by Lone Grove Hardware. Congratulations on the win last night over Dixon.
Hey, thank you, Roger.
47-27 came out. That first quarter may have been the craziest quarter I've ever seen in high school football.
Yeah, it'll make a coach pull a lot of his hair out for sure.
There was a point where 3 touchdowns were scored in like 32 seconds, I believe, and that one 5 touchdowns in the first quarter overall. But you guys came out and you took it to them there in that first drive and got a score, and things were looking good at the start.
Yeah, we're super proud of the guys and the way they played. Our offense kind of got some production going. We could pretty much do what we were wanting to do, and we kind of talked about that last week. If everybody does their job, everything just seems to work out right, and everybody was doing their job for the most part. Everybody was running hard, had 2 hands on the football. I don't think we still had some turnovers, but not a whole lot of the stuff that we were doing previously. I think the backs pretty much took care of it. We dropped a snap or 2 and then threw the ball in the air that they got picked, but we were executing.
Yeah, that's the thing. A couple of those turnovers were aggressive turnovers where you were taking some shots down the field. There was just one, I think, fumble there at on the exchange from the quarterback. But that is a lot better than what you saw in the first 5 games whenever you ran that gauntlet of a schedule. And if you knew that if you made it through those first 5 alive, that it would pay off.
Right, we just had to weather the storm, keep the wheels on the bus, and I'm really proud of the kids and the coaches the way we got through those first 5, because that's hard. That's hard on everybody to keep the morale up, and this is a good group of guys. The locker room's fun. Everybody's having a good time. It's flying by so fast. Practice is the same way. We go out there and look up, and it's already over. So it's just a bunch of fun guys to be around, and hopefully we can just keep this ball rolling and push harder and harder and keep this momentum going.
How was it after the game? Was it like a Super Bowl celebration? Did it feel like it?
It was a lot different, I'll tell you that. And all the guys in there saying, "I like this a whole lot better," and I said, "Yeah, I do too." So it's we got to soak it up and enjoy it, because you realize how precious they are and how hard they are to get. So once we get one, we're going to enjoy it and then get back to work and get ready to go get another one.
Didn't have a 100-yard rusher in the first 4 games, and now the last 2, Sheldon Brown has rushed for over 100 yards in each game. Had 265, something like that, unofficial yards on the ground. almost 500 yards in offense because Montana had 2 deep throws there that brought him his total up to around 219, 485 total yards offense. That's what you like to see on that offensive side, right?
Yeah, that's awesome to hear. Yeah, we our offensive line, we're super proud of those guys. We're all coming around. We're meshing. Hopefully we're going to be meshing and peaking at the right time. We're getting better and better, and we're getting closer. You guys can see that. Montana put the ball in the right spot for some guys to make some plays, and we're just preaching. Here's the deal, guys. It's and on paper every play is drawn up to score, and it's human error that causes it to break down, and players make the plays. So we put the ball in the right spot. We got Kimion, Zach, whoever. They're making the plays. Our backs are running hard. Linemen are getting the holes opened up, and we're hitting it where it's supposed to be instead of running, where we're blocking people too. So if everybody does that, that's kind of what we're looking for. So yeah, those are awesome numbers. We're really pumped about that, and hopefully we can keep that going.
But you do feel like you could clean things up a little bit on defense.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna have to go and look. I know we had some confusion early, and that's why we got some big plays. That were the long touchdowns because we were misaligned. We had some strength calls, some communications that were a little bit backwards, which is a fault, so we'll get that fixed. I got to work on some little things on that side. It's the same thing. It's that puzzle on defense. If you're not fitting your piece of the puzzle, it doesn't work. So we'll get to the film right now, get that fixed, and the kids want to fix it. The coaches want to fix it. So that's the good news, is it can be done.
Seminole coming in, and this is going to be a test for you too. They're very good. They look like they're going to be maybe the number 3 team in the district, perhaps, and unless you guys have something to say about it come this Friday night.
Yeah, I hope we do. I want that to be us, and we want that to be us. So I know Seminole's going to be good. I mean, they're always good, just tradition-wise. They got better players than what they had last year just because they're older. It's a lot of the same guys, but they're a year older. Their running back was a freshman last year, so he's a gamer. He's going to be hard to tackle. He's really slippery, and they got guys that can run fast, and a quarterback they can throw it a long way. So he can throw it, they can run under it. But I think that our guys are up to the challenge for that. And, we got some pretty good players too. So we got after them last year. We'll do it again this year, and hopefully we'll wind up with that spot.
It's nice to have 4 of the last 5 games at home.
That is nice. It's been a long time. It's been a long time to be in front of our crowd. The Davis game, it seems like it was forever ago. So getting back at home and being able to play in front of our people on our grass it's fun.
All right, Coach. Congratulations. Soak this one in, and we'll see you next week.
Awesome. Sounds good, Roger.
All right. That's Coach Trey Owens of Lone Grove, brought to you by Lone Grove Hardware this morning with a win last night over Dixon 47-27. We're going to talk it over with Coach Jake Offolder from Marietta when we come back in just a minute, so stay tuned. It's a Saturday morning coaches show going on here on 97.7, the big station.